Kim Jong-un loves attention, guys. When he brought that went viral. Everybody got interested in North Korean regime again. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you are all enjoying this hot summer. I live in New York, so there's a lot of heat and I love it. So today in this video, guys, after the video about North Korea's princess Kim Joo-ae that I posted in the spring, I got so many questions from my friends and from you guys in the comments. So today, with the new perspective that I got from North Korean regime, I really want to come down to explaining what's going on. Is she going to be replacing Kim Jong-un? What is the future of North Korea's leadership? What's up with North Korea's princess Kim Joo-ae? So since that spring, many new developments happened within North Korea, especially regarding to her role as the princess. The really two things that caught my eyes about what North Korea has been doing with her is with the, it's North Korea, everything is a propaganda. We really don't know what's truly happening, but we can get a clue because they have been doing this for the 70 years almost now. So there is some kind of pattern. Whenever there was a new emerging heir rising, like whenever there was a Kim Jong-il was replacing Kim Il-sung, or Kim Jong-un replacing Kim Jong-il, I know there are a lot of Kims. There were new signs. First thing they really did was they were going around the country and forcing people to change their names. So if somebody had a Jong-il, the name before Kim Jong-il came to power, they all were forced to change their names. So nobody in North Korea can have the name Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un. Now they apply this rule to Kim Joo-ae. Recently this spring, North Korea went around everywhere, made people to change their names or their children's names from Joo-ae to something else. That's a huge indication what her role could be. Second, that was very unusual about this new development is making a new post stamps with Kim Joo-ae's pictures on it with Kim Jong-un. Those kind of a privilege was really only preserved for somebody who would be significant, like being the next day dear leader. So that's unusual for a 10-year-old get that much attention and that much the attention from the country. But there's another backside of this story. This is interesting, and another last stroke that I got very interested in is that North Korean regime dictator Kim Jong-un was educated in Switzerland. When he was in Switzerland, he had a best friend that he hung out a lot of times, and this guy was even invited to North Korea several times to visit his friend. Apparently that was Kim Jong-un. And recently he was giving interviews to Radio Free Asia, and he was talking about he got to meet the daughter, but there was nobody mentioning the sons. He did not hear about it. And this also matches with what Dennis Rodman says. When he went to visit Kim Jong-un, the family, he was able to hear the daughter, Kim Joo-ae, but he did not see the sons or nobody would mention it. And then another more source that coming down from South Korean intelligence saying that Kim Jong-un might not have sons. Maybe maximum he might have is the firstborn might be a son, but the thirdborn, that would be a daughter too. So maximum it seems like Kim Jong-un has right now is one boy and then two daughters afterwards. And there is a history of North Korean regime hiding the heir until the last minute, because if the new leader comes out, the people's loyalty gonna divide it, because they know this guy gonna someday replace current leader, then they need to already devote their devotion to this person. And for that reason, usually the dictators would hold the heir to the public as long as they could, and then as soon as they feel threatened with their health, they started promoting the heir and giving the legitimacy. So maybe that is the reason why nobody ever heard about Kim Jong-un's sons yet. But lastly, this is something that I really want to talk about the nature of North Korean regime. North Korea does something called photography, politics. Kim Jong-un loves attention, guys. And he recently realized doing all this massive missile test would not get him a lot of attention because there's a war happening between Russia and Ukraine, and the pandemic and the economic downturn, inflation, so much happening rest of the world, they were not paying attention to North Korean regime. So whenever the regime was starting launching this missile test, when he brought Kim Jong-un, that went viral. Everybody got interested in North Korean regime again. And they were talking about Kim Jong-un, and he's on the spotlight. Not only that he gets spotlight by having Kim Jong-un next to him, he also is a great thing to distract people from what he's doing. He's been testing these very dangerous, destructive missiles over and over, going against all the international laws and sanctions. And whenever he brings with her, instead, the world was focusing on the danger of the North Korean regime, talking about her really, what she's wearing, how old she is she gonna replace Kim Jong-un. And it's a great distraction for the regime. And I think that's why Kim Jong-un is keep being used currently. But the really truly last thing that is worth considering for all of us to understand North Korea is that Kim Jong-un's ultimate goal is normalizing its relationships with the rest of the world. Kim Jong-un always argued that rightfully deserve to have a nuclear weapon to defend their own existence, currently as it is. Like they want to be next Israel. They keep arguing that there is an actual threat from Americans and Western countries that want to invade North Korea. And therefore, North Korean regime needs this nuclear weapon to sustain its power and autonomy. So they want to be like Israel someday. They want to have the nukes, and that's okay for the international society, and then normalizing relationship so they can keep exploiting North Korean people and trading with everybody else. That is the goal. So under Kim Jong-un, the role of North Korean women has been risen significantly. So as you can see, the role of his sister Kim Yo-jong, right? She is almost playing the bad cop in the international stage. Whenever the regime needs to make a horrible statement, she makes the horrible statement, and Kim Jong-un saves his face as the benevolent dictator. And then Lee Seol-ju, she's the Joseon mother, which is like the mother of the nation, that benevolent, kind, respectful lady that North Korea promotes. So apparently Kim Jong-un is very emotional, and he lacks that feminine touch. And also he gets threatened whenever he needs to work with a man. And when he came to power, he was really young. He was only in the mid-20s, guys. Literally after graduating college, that's he was leading the most close, isolated dictatorship in human history. And I'm sure that was threatening to him, and he was automatically surrounding himself with women that felt like less threatening to himself. And that's why Kim Jong-un has a soft spot for the women, and he doesn't reserve to give power to women compared to his father or grandfather. There were really no times this many women were involved in the regime until Kim Jong-un came to power. So I do think that there is a good chance that Lee Seol-ju might replace Kim Jong-un someday, but it's too early to tell. However, this new science that is happening in North Korea is very interesting. As we get distracted of what's all happening in the world, I really hope that we continue to be interested in North Korean people. And there's so much to learn from this country. How a country is this possible that one family take a charge of an entire 25 million people and take every kind of right from them and sustaining power for this long in the age of human rights, democracy, internet, and this can continue. So love you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions about North Korea or anything, keep that comments down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys. Bye.